show tonight.
Yeah. I can't wait.
It'll be very interesting.
I have no fucking intro planned. What was I going to do before that other one? I had one planned. Shit. I had a good one the other day, but I replaced it with that sex one instead. Something about politicians. Okay. What am I going to say here? Oh, something about us being right about pot. That's a big thing. Maybe I can do that in my intro. Another thing I call
I still can't believe how right about that was.
Oh yeah, and it's just that the other point proves itself now that the illegal pot is going down in price and legal pot's going up.
Yeah.
Did you see that coming?
No.
14
no.
Alright, let's just try this. How do I want to word this? Hi there. Happy Wednesday. It's July the 10th, 2019, and I'm Eric, talking at you as always from beautiful downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where if you're not going to vote for Eric and Gord, at least you should start listening to us. Because 14 months after the election, everything we say this month is going to come true.
Yeah. We've been bang on so far with pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything. In the last year that we've said regarding the Trudeau government, his policies on just about anything and everything has officially just come true. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous how easy it is to call these people on their shit, especially going into an election now. It's just gotten, it's fun for me. This is the time of year I love. Hi, Gord, how are you?
I'm doing good, my friend. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm very up in my own head, working on this story and not delving into reality as much as I should, but.
Oh, trust me, it's much happier where you are than it is where I am.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine. Your province is a funny little place right now.
It's a big bag of fucking special is what it is.
This Baycrest hospital thing is amazing.
Okay.
The 150 hospital employees fired, and that's just the ones that refused to resign. Over $5 million in benefit fraud.
Yep.
That is incredible. And
Welcome to Ontario.
It was very hush-hush up until now, but these 150 just canned, and those are just the ones that refused to resign. They were given the opportunity by the union to resign before they got fired, and they chose not to. This is amazing, and I'm sure this is happening in hospitals all over the country. But this is the biggest I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it's just the first time I think it's ever been actually openly exposed.
Well, in the face of everyone criticizing Ford for his healthcare cuts, it looks pretty bad. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I know.
You know, why are the hospitals losing money? Well, because their employees are ripping them off hand over fist for everything from fucking fake prescriptions to chiropractors they never went to, physiotherapy they don't do.
That's because all these government things, the way they work, and this is the way most businesses work, and this is what makes all these fucking businesses fail, which is you're given a budget. And if you don't use that budget, then that means that the next year you're going to cut what you get instead of being, okay, well, let's just keep the budget, but you didn't use it. That's a good thing. The budget is set. We'll leave it at that. And if you keep staying under, then we'll give you a bonus.
You ever wonder why they're out fixing curbs in the droves in March? Yeah. There's just tons and tons of people, city workers, dozens of them, fixing curbs that weren't broken. That's that policy you just mentioned.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You will find I've seen them.
State of affairs.
They lay pavement to roads that aren't built yet, just to pad their costs for exactly what you just said. I didn't know that it extended to the private sector quite as much, but I know in the public sector that's how everything works.
Yeah,
And you're right. It's an ass-backwards system.
Yep, it's the same thing with like every business I've ever worked for. It's the same thing. If they don't, like here, this is your spending budget for this. And if you spend under that, then that means next year you're going to get less.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've had to work within that framework myself, and it's actually quite difficult to find legitimate ways to spend your money if you don't need to.
Yeah, which again, it becomes completely and totally wasteful. It is a very stupid, short-minded way of viewing things that makes no sense whatsoever, which could only be devised by a fucking moron.
It is a very short-sighted way of doing things, and if anyone interested in investing in a podcast would like to do things that way, please contact Eric at ericandgord.com. We will find ways to spend your money. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's a gift.
I could do tremendous amounts of good under that framework with our show.
Oh, there's no denying that, my friend. There is just no denying.
But you're right. It does lead to this kind of a thing where $5 million. One employee got away with over $100,000. The average was $25,000. And the best part is they were giving kickbacks to the companies they were lying about using to make sure that they didn't speak up. So it was a very well-organized little scheme.
Yep.
But I think they just lost quite a bit of credibility against the Ford government, which nobody wants to see. But you can't exactly blame him for wanting to cut money to healthcare, because he can pipe up right now and say, "See, I knew this was happening. That's why I was going to cut the money."
Yeah, and you know what though? He probably did.
Well, he's probably doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It's probably just like because like his brother. One of the things that his brother was known for, right when he became, whatever he was. He turned around and he did this video where he says, "Here's what you get when you run this fucking city."
Yeah, that's
and
right.
He's going through all those freebie fucking cars that he got.
Yeah, that was.
And he exposed the city for the fucking hypocrites that they are, the wasteful fucking money. He goes, "Here I am making this much money an hour, this much money a year, with all the benefits that I get, and these motherfuckers are saying I never have to pay for parking. I don't have to pay for this. I don't have to pay for that."
Right.
And it's no different, you know. What I mean?
Good on him for doing that. He didn't effectively change anything about it, so.
No, he just exposed it.
He didn't refuse their gift, and nor would I, nor would any person in that position. So.
I would. I'd refuse most of it. It would be
a good statement. I know Daryl Masato did it in North Vancouver, the mayor of North Van. He's been the mayor of North Van since puppies were the oldest animals. He's a very popular mayor. And it's because him and city council, the first thing they did was vote themselves a pay cut.
Wow, well done.
That was many years ago now, but yeah.
He's had, 12 raises since?
He looked at his budget, and he looked at what he made as opposed to what he contributed, and he said, "No, we all have other jobs. And we work our other jobs when we're not in council. We're only in council a couple hours a night. Let's, trim the fat and put a big water slide down Lonsdale Avenue."
Which I'm still half disappointed that I never actually got to do.
Yeah, I hit the line.
My fucking front door. The top of the slide was literally right out front of my fucking front door.
You should have just went and did it without your ticket.
I could. I just could have walked out, jumped on the fucking slide, slid all the way down, and fucking walked home again.
Pretended to fall. Whoa! I fell on your giant water slide.
I'm all prepared by this. I'm wearing a swimsuit. I didn't see this was happening.
I didn't even see it. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it did.
There's talk of them doing it again.
Oh yeah, that's going to be yearly thing.
They wanted to put a Ferris wheel down at the new pier there.
Yep, I remember hearing that.
I don't know if they're going through with that or not. He's had some remarkable ideas over his time as mayor, though. He was going to put a little conveyor belt that pulled you up Lonsdale on your bike.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It didn't fly. The cost was ridiculous. But apparently they have them in like Denmark or some bikey place.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
And you just put your foot on it, and it pulls you up the hill on your bike.
Yeah, but
the recipe for disaster there is monumental.
Yeah, stupid people would fuck it up.
Oh yeah.
That's just a guarantee.
That would have got my shoelaces, definitely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Back in the, yeah. And we'll get out there, kids, to test out the shoelace theory again. Actually, now would be the best time to do it. Not tonight now, but I mean now in general, because I'm back using the mobile device until further notice.
That works out well for me. I can go back to the cemetery.
Yeah. You can get to the cemetery. I can get to the public. The public who's awaiting. They miss me. I know they do. And I miss you guys more. Didn't have a chance to look at last night's numbers, but I'm sure they're spectacular.
Yeah, I think we're up to like 43 million listeners. I can't remember.
You know, all these sites are wrong anyway, so it's all just rough estimates. It could be somewhere in the million.
Yeah.
Could be 10,000.
There's no way we're in the million just because we have that few people fucking messaging us.
we could be in the millions. We could have like 7. You never know. It could be like 7 people. Or all this time I've really been putting my foot in my mouth, and it's just my mom listening 7 times a night.
Your mom's in Jake and Van.
Yeah. Oh Jesus! Could you imagine? Holy shit! What I get? Oh, all the things. God. I love you, Mom. Yeah. So the only yeah, that sucks. Your province is weird. Dougport sucks. Moving on.
So I have a question.
Please ask your question.
Okay. So this is regarding vaccination.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I had a bit of an epiphany thought today, and I thought, okay. So we all know that vaccinations are actually good for you, which we know this thing. This is a good thing to know, right? Yeah. But even though they do the vaccinations that do have the good stuff in it, which is going to prevent certain diseases and whatnot.
Yes.
What if there are still stuff being added into that is meant to help kill and destroy society?
Oh,
yes, you won't get the measles, but you're guaranteed to get cancer from this, or you're guaranteed to get.
Oh yeah, that's the most popular reason not to get them. That's what everyone thinks.
So it's not that they're denying that it doesn't cure the measles or polio. It's the other stuff that's in it.
Yeah. Yeah. People think about that all the time. The sterilization is the biggest concern right now. That they're actually...
Now, the reason why I bring this up is because right now I'm actually wishing I was at home so I could actually look up on the internet so I could bring the statement up. But there's a group of...
idiots?
No, I'm not going to call them idiots. I'm going to call them very smart people because they're the ones running this. One of the things that they've done is they've hooked up with certain organizations, one of the big ones being the Bill Gates Foundation.
Huge in the vaccination world.
Not just with vaccinations, but what they've done is they use it as the front in the sense that Bill Gates apparently is not a part of this. He doesn't know that this is going on.
Yeah.
As far as Gates is concerned, this is just bullshit. It's a fucking conspiracy theory. It's not true.
Of course.
But apparently, with this thing that I was reading, there's names, companies, years, everything was all laid out in this grand scheme that it's all about depopulating the population, which we talked about in the past. But one of the big things is that, there's the sterilization of Africa.
Sure.
Is where they're starting, and that's like their testing ground to sterilize Africa.
Yeah, well, I don't want to wade into too much controversial territory and say, hey, maybe not such a bad idea. But
that's kind of my thought. It's a great place to start because who's going to complain?
Well, they don't sterilize themselves. Still got 1 million plus dying of AIDS every year, and yet the Vatican's convinced them that condoms are the devil. It's a ridiculous state of affairs over there. But no, of course, sterilization without your knowledge is bad. I'm not going to condone that. But that Gordon, what your point is the main reason the main argument against vaccination is that they're not only the toxic elements that they're putting in them, which because the vaccines tend not to bind to our cells.
Yeah.
So they have to put a bonding agent in, right? That bonding agent is usually mercury. And